Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. As always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Hey, today I want to talk about just pure ignorance with today's youth and the fear that I have about the future. The story comes out of the Daily Mail. And as you know, I read the Daily Mail because they put a lot of details in their stories. So it helps paint a better picture than most of these, snippets on the news article. And it reads, Mariah Carey, Real Housewife Marlo Hampton, and U.S. goalkeeper Brad Guzan were among stars robbed by thieves who ransacked their Atlanta mansions after spying on their Instagram stores. I know I've said it. I know many people have said it. Keep your business off the internet. Don't be splurging. Don't show your jewels. Don't show your location. You can do vacation pics, vacation videos, but I wouldn't post them until I got back. Just in case. Because you do an Instagram live video and you somewhere in Spain, Morocco, Africa. These people, like these folks here, are gonna be like, hey, they're out of town. Let's go to their house and grab a couple of things. So, you got people that study you like a hawk. You heard? So let's get into it. It said a district attorney in Atlanta has unveiled a sprawling indictment accusing members of what she described as a violent local gang of robbing area mansions belonging to famous celebrities, entertainers, and athletes. Singer Mariah Carey, Marlo Hampton of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, United player Brad Guzan, and the Atlanta Falcons' Calvin Ridley all had their homes broken into, the indictment said. The 220 count indictment was filed August 22nd. It charges 26 people, most of whom are accused of violating the Georgia's Anti-Gang and Racketeering Act. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, you know her, she's the one that's about to put Young Thug and Gunna under the prison for the crimes that they committed, that allegedly committed. It said the crimes alleged in the indictment, carjacking, kidnapping, armed robbery, shooting, home invasions, were committed by members of the drug rich gang. Drug rich. Who indeed? That's what I say about these children, man. Drug rich. When the internet hit, when social media became a big thing, people were able to post videos showing everything they do. They can tell the stories of their lives. People got retarded. People got real ignorant. And you see people posting money, drugs, guns, their locations on the gram and on Facebook, TikTok, whatever. And then you mess around and you see videos where police kicking in doors. You see videos where a dude be like, pull up on me, I'm at home, blah, blah, blah. 5 minutes later, you hear gunshots and the phone drop. Because everybody's posting and bragging, the bravado. There's something about being away from people, which makes people think that they are bold, make people bold. To where they feel nobody could touch them in a good way or a bad way. So you got somebody here who call themselves drug rich gang. Drug rich. You already gonna have the police watching you. The feds watch you because you're on the internet, so now it's like international. So the feds are gonna watch you. But hold on, let me read a little bit more before I say my next sentence. It says, talk about the crimes were committed by members of the drug rich gang, which she said began to emerge in 2016 in a neighboring county as a hybrid Crips blood gang. 2000, so They know these people started 6 years ago. And that's the one thing about the feds. They're going to let you commit all the crimes in the world. They will not be in a hurry to come get you. I've told old acquaintances of mine back in the day, you know, you may think the police ain't touched you. They ain't kicked your house in. They ain't, you know, came and raided your crib. But they know you there. They just either waiting their time or don't care right now. They got bigger fish to fry. When they ready to come get you, they'll come get you. They're not, yeah. If you've been doing something wrong for years, oh yeah, they know where you at. Trust me. In addition to the celebrity targets, social media influencers were also victimized in home invasions and burglaries, Willis said. The indictment focused on 16 separate incidences since 2018. So again, we're talking 4 years ago, right? What they do is target, she said, quote, what they do is target people who show their wealth on social media. Got to keep your business off the streets, people. She said, so I do have a message for the public where it's kind of fun to put your things on social media and show off. Unfortunately, these gangs are becoming more savvy, more sophisticated in the way that they target you, end quote. That's one thing they say, but one thing another police used to say, that criminals are always one step ahead of the law. Criminals know the law better than law-abiding citizens because they have to do everything they can to stay afloat. Like I said, we have to study. People study us, and we need to study people that study us. Stay one step ahead. I won't say so much enemies, but those who are not really allies. And you also got to watch your allies too, because in a minute they can change on you in a second. So these, like I say, so criminals, they study the laws, they study the computers, they learn all this stuff, so that way they can be well prepared to commit the crimes. Now you got some dummies who do crimes and don't be paying attention and don't know what the hell they doing and end up getting caught in the middle of it. That happens. But you got people who like say, I'm gonna be smarter than everybody else and I'm going to do it this way. And it may work for a little while, but eventually, like I said, eventually they're gonna catch up with you. They're gonna find you. He said, but Willis also had a message for the alleged gang members. If you thought Fulton was a good county to bring your crimes to bring your violence to, you are wrong and you are going to suffer consequences. And today it's the start of some of those consequences. Willis stated the indictment filed last week represented a collaboration between different law enforcement agencies working together. Cracking down on a gang is a priority of Willis, and she said she intends to pursue tough penalties for people involved with violent gang activities. I commended on that. Look here, I'm 45 years old. 35 years, 30 years ago, I might have looked at her and been like, man, this woman here, why she hating on us? And this and the third, you know what I'm saying? She black, we black. Why she got to come down on black folk? Ain't nobody coming down on white folk. But that's something that children or immature people say. When you get older and you work hard for your stuff, you pay taxes, you go to work every day to take care of your family and your kids, and somebody robs you, steals from you, take your life or take the lives of somebody that you love who ain't did nothing wrong, violate you or your family, oh, yeah, you want something to happen to them. And now you can say, well, anybody, if I did it, they can do it. Maybe they could, maybe they couldn't. Maybe they don't have the opportunities that I had, or maybe they didn't see the opportunities that I saw and jumped on it like they should have. Perhaps. But regardless, it don't give you the right to rob people and to steal from people. And then you commit these crimes, made money. At no time did you think, let's make this legitimate. Not at all. You've been doing it for 6 years and you thought you was gonna do this for how long? When people in this line of work don't retire, most of the time, you never hear nobody retire. The majority of stories you hear, prison or jail. Prison or dead. She said, I am not going to negotiate with gang members. I am not going to allow pleas. She said, we are going to find you. We are going to convict you. We're going to send you to the prison for the rest of your days. And I'm not going to apologize for that. Again, I agree with her and I commend her for that. Because that's what you got to do. Look, we out here talking about this pro-black stuff. White men holding us down. We want to do better. We want to have our own communities, start our own businesses, our own schools, and all that kind of stuff. But you have this in your community. I'm only talking to us. You have this in your community. And when somebody does a crime, nobody says nothing. When one of us does a crime against one of us, nobody says nothing. You let the police, you let the white folk do something to us, and we marching, you know what I'm saying, down City Hall. We leaving work. We are taking our kids to march, hollering this Black Lives Matter mess, and all that. But when our people are doing stuff against our people, and some of them not our people, but our people doing these crimes, nobody says nothing. Very few, I'm gonna say nobody, very few people say anything out loud. We talk to each other. But my thing is, you have to rid your community of the riffraff if you want it to get better. You have to punish and you have to judge and punish the criminals if you want your community to get better. You have to, the positive male role models, the positive mother and women role models have to be at the forefront of the community. They have to be pushed and celebrated in order for your community to get better. We have to be on code of what you call it, constructive ideology, and just doing everything positive and getting the riffraff out of the schools. Like I said, with Joe Clark and Lean On Me, it's, you know, they used to call me Crazy Joe. Now you can call me Batman. You know, I'm ready to get all these no good, don't do nothing bums up out the community, because they hurting us. And this is why the rest of the world don't respect us and look at us like the way they do. Talking about, you go to other countries and they say that, oh, we thought all y'all was gang bangers and rappers and pants sagging and this and the third. And it's like, no, why would y'all think that? Well, that's what's pushed. Okay, well, it's time to change that narrative. And so when people do something bad, man, you got to police your own people, no matter what it is. Whether it's this, whether it's people promoting single parenthood, having babies and running away from them, drug use, you know, just anything not going, you know what I'm saying, not promoting school, anything that's negative, that hurts the family. You have to check your people. And the sooner you do it, the sooner you do it, once people realize what they're doing is not cool to the majority of the people, a lot of people will change their ways. As long as you sit there and promote it or say, oh, it's okay, or don't say nothing about it, they'll continue to do it. And other people will continue to do it because they feel there's no consequences. And that's just not real life. Because these folk here gonna come after you and come get you. And then your mamas and your grandmamas are gonna be up there at the courthouse, on the news, on social media, crying, saying, my boy's a good boy, he wouldn't do that. Oh man, you know, he lost his mama and his daddy when he was a kid. Daddy was no good. Mama was on drugs and blah, blah, blah. So I had to raise him, did the best I could. It's too late. It's too late. You knew when that boy was acting up when he was little, and you should have put a belt in his ass back then, and you didn't. Drug-rich gang members check out which affluent homes to raid based on social media posts. According to warrants of 18 arrests out of the 26 involved. Robberies initially started in 2017, and prosecutors said 6 homes this year were targeted by gang members, including Cary's Sandy Springs home on June 27th and Hampton's home on July the 1st. Now you see, they went ahead and just shut them down after they robbed Mariah Carey and this Hampton guy, this Hampton person. You know, you got too close. You got too close, getting too big. As well as the Instagram influencer's resident on March 27. Another woman who was romantically linked to rapper Future was also the victim of targeted home raids in Fulton County. There were 88 charges associated with a 2021 incident where A gang members allegedly raided a home, pulled a 16-year-old girl out of a shower and held her hostage while threatening to kill her if her mother didn't hand over expensive belongings. Yeah, these guys need to be locked up. I'm sorry. You ain't no good to society. Now, you might want to holler and cry and say the prisons don't reform nobody, they only make people worse. Well, hell, they probably be in jail for the rest of their life anyway, but no matter how the prisons are bad, that's a whole nother story. You need to go ahead and fight for prison reform. So that, you know, so that way criminals like these can have it good. But yeah, I mean, you get the good psychiatrists and psychologists and programs where they can, you know, learn how to work and learn a trade. Then they can get out, work for themselves, be productive members of society. That's fine. But if it ain't there, it ain't there. But if you don't commit the crime, chances are you won't be gone. I mean, there's a lot of people in prison, you know, for wrongdoing. I mean, wrongly convicted. A lot of times because they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. A lot of times those people already had records and just got caught up. So, I mean, if you didn't have a record in the first place, but then you got people who are just squeaky clean cut people who never caused any problems there too. I understand that, but that's far and few between. This here, I'm sorry, these people need to get locked up. Willis further said that authorities were able to track and arrest 18 out of 26 gang members listed in the indictment due to lyrics from a song that they shared on social media. Oh my God, these kids. The Fulton County District Attorney said the words, "Me and my crew are striking in all black. Send me the drop. We'll kick in the house and and if we steal a car, we're going to take it off the tag. Were considered as evidence." Remember I did a video not too long ago about a dude who was a rapper out of Houston, I believe, rapping about going to other states and robbing banks of ATM machines. And this is what that fool got caught doing. I think he was 30 or something though. But I can still call him youth because boy, they're still younger than me. So the robbery at Ridley's home comes 5 months after the Atlanta Falcons wide receiver was handed a season-long suspension, and they're gonna talk about Ridley and how he gambled on the games and stuff, and he got suspended longer than that boy that was in Houston. But anyway, dude, they're using your rap lyrics. Said they're gonna do it. Pass laws so they can use your rap lyrics as evidence. People want to sit there and fight about that. So they have freedom of speech. Yeah, you got freedom of speech. You got freedom to say anything you want to say. You got freedom to do anything you want to do. But when they come back and use it against you, you can't get mad because you don't have freedom of prosecution. You don't have freedom of consequences for doing dumb stuff. That's just like if you get online and you sit there and do something against somebody of the opposite gender to violate them. Oh, like I said, you can do anything you want. But when they come find you and they come get you, it's a wrap. You got guns. You got freedom to buy the guns legally. You got freedom to buy the ammunition. You got freedom to practice wherever you can lawfully and legally practice at. Yeah, you got freedom to shoot somebody if they're doing something against you. But the moment you do commit a crime with them guns, that's a whole different story. So, yeah, you got freedom to, youngins, stay off social media. Stop rapping about stuff that you are doing. At least back in the day, we talked about how rappers were fake. You know, they rapped like they was gangsters, but we, you know what I'm saying, come to find they really wasn't gangsters, but they was just, and they'll tell you that was all entertainment, most of them. Now you got rappers who actually rap about things that they are actually doing, and they are actually posting what they're doing and the spoils of their crimes on the internet. Where are the positive role models? Where is the family that includes the men and the women in the house raising the children? We need that, and we need that quick, fast, and in a hurry. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like I say, shout out to the district attorney, whatever her name is, Willis. Man, you need to protect that woman because she's trying to clean up Atlanta. Regardless of why you think she's doing it or the reason, it don't matter. She's doing it. She's doing what needs to be done to clean up Atlanta. Because Atlanta, remember, was a place that black people were supposed to go. It was like the Mecca, the black Mecca, of America. When people trying to grow and be prosperous, first thing they said is move to Atlanta. Because Washington, D.C. is just too corrupt and filled with crime and drugs and stuff. So go to Atlanta if you want to do stuff. Now everybody moved to Atlanta. Now you got this riffraff out there who's destroying it. And people are like not wanting to move to Atlanta. Not even wanting to visit Atlanta no more. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, you need somebody to stop this early. Make examples out of people and cut this down so people that, like myself, who law-abiding citizens, pay my taxes, you know what I'm saying, do what I'm supposed to do to be a productive member of society, can feel safer in the city. I'm hoping that other politicians and people in political office and power do the same for our people. Forget all his rights and, you know what I'm saying, and having the back of people, of everybody. You can't be everybody's friend. People do wrong, they need to suffer the consequences. You can't give excuses and illogical reasons of why you're not going to chastise them or why you feel the need to be let out of jail with these free Pookie and free Ray Ray t-shirts when you know they committed the crimes and they've been doing it. Anyway, tell me what you think. You think Sister Willis is going overboard? I hope not. Leave your comment below and then share it with the world. And with that being said, I'll leave you in peace and I'll see you on the other side.